Deep in the unforgiving jungles of Vietnam, a high-stakes rescue mission turns into an absolute nightmare. Colonel Braddock and his elite squad are flying straight into a brutal firefight when their helicopter takes a catastrophic hit. With the engines failing, they are forced to make a blind crash landing right into a lake. But the moment they crawl out of the water, they realize they have jumped straight from the frying pan into the fire. Heavily armed enemy soldiers are already waiting for them, and just like that, they captured. Years pass, and while the rest of the world slowly moves on and honors the fallen, these men are trapped in a living hell that time completely forgot. The camp is run by the ruthless Colonel Yin, a sadist who treats the Geneva Convention like a total joke. Yin looks these men in the eyes and tells them they are not prisoners of war, they are common criminals. He reminds them that the jungle is filled with deadly man traps, and the only real escape from his camp is death. But Yin has a psychological game he wants to win. He promises to release the men on one single condition. Colonel Braddock must sign a false confession admitting to horrific war crimes. Inside the camp, the intense heat, malaria, and endless starvation begin to tear the prisoners apart. Some of the men start to break down under the pressure. A prisoner named Nestor believes their country has completely abandoned them, and he begs Braddock to just sign the garbage confession so they can all finally go home. But Braddock possesses an iron will, and he absolutely refuses to break. To shatter Braddock's spirit, Yin forces Nestor and Braddock into a brutal, face-to-face boxing match. Nestor reluctantly unleashes a savage beating on his commander just to survive. But Yin's cruelty knows no bounds, and even when prisoners follow his rules, he rewards them with nothing but torment. Things get even more complicated when a mysterious Australian photographer named Emerson is dragged into the camp. He boldly claims that a major international rescue team is on the way, giving the prisoners a sudden surge of hope. But in total secret, Emerson confesses to Braddock that he is completely alone and was just bluffing to buy them some time. Sensing that his absolute control is slipping away, Colonel Yin plays a deeply twisted trick. He suddenly announces that the men are free to go. But before they can even process the news, Yin serves a fatal dose of opium to one of the weakest soldiers. Braddock watches in pure horror as his friend dies right in front of him. This is the absolute final straw. Colonel Yin thought he could break Braddock's spirit, but all he did was unleash a sleeping giant. That very night, Braddock breaks out of his confinement and slips into the shadows of the jungle. He tracks down a hidden stash of weapons and ropes, turning the camp's own layout against them. The hunted instantly becomes the ultimate hunter. With explosive rage and pinpoint precision, Braddock launches a full-scale, one-man war against the entire compound. He tears through the guards, blows up the enemy supply huts, and systematically rescues his surviving men from the jaws of death. With the camp burning to the ground, Braddock walks right into Yin's personal quarters for the ultimate showdown. Yin, consumed by his own massive ego, challenges Braddock to a one-on-one fight with no weapons just to prove who the better man is. Braddock looks him dead in the eye and tells him his twisted game is officially over. What follows is a swift, absolute demolition. Braddock unleashes years of pent-up justice, completely destroying the dictator with a barrage of powerful strikes. With Yin finally defeated, Braddock boards a captured helicopter with his surviving men, finally leaving the living hell behind as true heroes who refuse to break.